What's up, everybody? Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy. Continuing with our series, talking about kind of those four major pillars of health. This time is a big one, and it's one that for us to digest, it just takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of, just real willingness, right? And that's stress management. A lot of times we just feel like we are being pulled at every end. Our schedules are crazy, and we don't ever have this time just for ourselves. And to a certain degree, that's true. And what do we have to do to kind of create that time for ourselves is that we have to just straight up make it a priority. Okay, and I've got a couple of suggestions to help with that along the way. One of the biggest stressors, of course, for everybody is financial stuff, money stuff, arguments with our spouses, our relationships and stuff like that. Any of those kind of stressors with financial stuff, it's exhausting, and it's really, it's a real challenge. So something that my wife and I did, like month number 2 of our marriage, we worked our way through Dave Ramsey, the Total Money Makeover, whatever, and we've had like maybe 1 or 2 minor disputes over money in the course of a 13-year marriage. 13. So if you're not on the same page with your partner, if you're not looking at that kind of stuff, for sure, get on the same page with your money, because that'll make everything go really smooth, much more smoothly. The next thing that we can do is if we get, I know a lot of people get, stressed out by watching the news, or they get stressed out by hearing what the other political party is doing and how that other political party is wrecking the country. And guess how much of that really impacts your actual day? Very, very little. Probably next to none, right? And maybe you do have a dog in the fight for whatever reason or another. But one thing that you can do if the news really bothers you, whether it's the local news or the national news, shut it off. It's super easy. There'll be enough of the overflow throughout the course of the day that you'll kind of get a general scheme of what's going on. But it's pretty liberating to not know the daily minutia of stuff that you have no control over and stuff that you're really getting stressed out about. It's wonderful. It's great. It's that Tim Ferriss rule is don't waste your time watching the whole hour of the news. Crowdsource it to other people, hey, what's going on in the news today? They watch the news for you. They'll give you the 4-minute breakdown, right? And so that's one way to do it. The other thing is to, if you need to, get off social media, even if it's for a trial run. Say I'm going to shut this down for a month, and then examine what your life is like. Yeah, I'm going to get off Facebook. I'm going to get off Twitter. I'm going to get off Instagram. I'm going to shut off the notifications on my phone. If you haven't done that already, shut off all of the notifications except for text messages and calls. Man, that saves a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it gets you out of your phone and gets you involved in kind of what's going on in the course of the day. Another really nice one that you can do is start kind of maybe a productivity journal. If you feel like you're just getting pulled all over the place all the time, start your day writing down a 3 to 5 item hot list, which is just a fancy word for to-do list, a hot list. It just sounds cooler. And so if you write down 5 things, I have to get these 5 things done today, and you actually get 3 of those done, hey, good job. You move the next 2 to the next day. You can knock stuff off there. You don't feel like you're chasing your tail. You're not running around all the time, and you're being productive. At the end of the day, look back, see how you did. It takes 10 minutes. You start in the morning, you start in the afternoon, and you've created, again, a little bit of time for yourself. The other parts of these, sleeping well, eating well, exercising, that's all really important stuff as well too. And then another one that a lot of people don't think about, that we've kind of adopted is go through and throw away all of the clutter in your house. It's just really driving you crazy. It's amazing how much stress stuff laying around can cause people. And most of us have too much crap laying around anyway. Take it to the Goodwill store, give it away, sell it on Facebook, sell it on Craigslist, whatever. Get rid of that stuff. It's cathartic. You feel a heck of a lot better when it's gone, and you might have some extra cash in your pocket. You don't have to apply all these things all at once. Try one of them for a month. See how it sticks. See if it kind of lowers your stress level down. And if it doesn't stick, try another one. Grab a meditation app. There's 4 or 5 really good ones out there. If you have questions about meditation app, I've tried most of them, and leave a comment below, and I'll give you the ones that I like. So just try something, and to take back some of that time for yourself or for your family, or something that you have to do just to help bring a little bit of sanity, a little bit of mental health back to this thing. So I hope some of those tips are helpful for you. Stick around. We've got one more part to this series. So Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.